We are back. I need to be smart with the rest of the time. I feel like I haven't been smart with it before. Andreas? There's a brother from the Abbey here to see you. Oh, fuck. This is going to be awkward. Well, what about? He wouldn't say, only that he had to speak with you urgently. He seems quite rattled. The Archdeacon must have arrived early. I imagine he demands to speak with me. I'm just gonna, make things like, nobody's gonna suspect anything. Mercy, are you certain? A man like him, he should cause a lot of trouble for Tassing. Please speak to the brother. He's just outside. Of course. Which one is it? The blind one or the... Oh. Andreas. Christ, there you are. Mind your language, brother. Brother Warslaw, what's the matter? Don't tell me there's been another killing. Are you alright? You look terrible. It's the Archdeacon. He's come early with an entire retinue into... Oh, I thought it was actually going to be the two... Fuck, he's here. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron and brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. He expects to speak with you today at Nones. When was this? 3 fucking p.m. He requested you specifically. I went to the Gertners at Vespers to try to warn you and you never showed up. Oh, god damn it. Where were you all night? Honestly, in the library. I was following a clue. Just out. No, I don't. I'm a monk, for Christ's sake. Anyway, he's questioning everyone in the chapter house, and he's keenly interested in you. He's been informed of my investigation, then. It's no secret you've been poking about the town and the Abbey, sticking your nose in the rot. So I missed the weaving thing. I've missed so much. I hope your prying has borne fruit, or Piero's neck will meet the sword. I haven't done my best, actually. I was just fucking around, to be honest. Just a couple more days. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's grateful for it. Well, it's not worth anything if I fucking suck. Only... What is it? It's just, as well as I do, the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserved what he got, just you think hard about what you tell the Archdeacon and who you tell him about. You understand? You don't need to worry. I found nothing that implicates you. You didn't do it, did you? It's not me I'm worried about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. You don't deserve that. Yeah, and I shouldn't be joking. Well, maybe I should be joking. Things are serious. All I'm saying is, if in your searching you heard anything about a certain sister, I'd ask you to keep it to yourself. I'll do what I can to protect the sisters from censor, because I don't want to... That's all I would ask you, because... Be well, Andreas. I will pray for Piero's deliverance tonight. You should as well. So, I should probably state what I think about everything. So, the Baron, the more I hear from him, the less I like him. Reminds me of that Hitler joke. But I've no I pretty much know that, because I think everything is contained into this town. So it would suck if there was like some surprising exterior influence. So I would limit the case to this village or this abbey town, and I would imagine, because I need evidence of writing. That's the way to figure out who done it, in a sense, like who wrote the notes. Hey Andres, do you have dinner plans? You should join us for a meal. Maybe another time, because I really need to go and fuck around a little bit. So, if it was if it was any of these people, it doesn't, I wouldn't want anybody to get into trouble, except for maybe the Mason, because if he was just, pissed off, but we know that probably the Baron had something to do with getting his children killed, or then, something weird happened. So I'm gonna go to the Abbey, and I'll try to talk to everyone, because I feel like I've sort of just gone forward, and I should have spent more time just running about and talking to people. Because I thought that when I was like eating with the Mason, that would be the thing that I was required to do, but that was actually just something that would skip time, which is something I didn't want to do. We have only one sort of murder-ish weapon, but as there was a rabbit outside there. She's Matilda, and the shovel is gone now, which is very questionable. So, no, the shovel is on me. I have it. Shit. Oh, and I'll just go visit here, just because. Oh, the doors into the Covenant are locked to outsiders. Oh, hold up. Painting. Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. Saint Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic, and prolific writer on a variety of subjects, from theology to musical composition to medicine. I have to read that. Alright, Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. I am here to piss you the fuck off. Is there something I can help you with? I need to talk to you about Sister Matilda. I warned you not to go into the library. I should have known you wouldn't listen. Yeah, you should have. What happened to Sister Matilda was tragic. What did happen to Sister Matilda? The records only said she left the Abbey for some time. I omitted the details from our written records for several reasons, none of them noble. Well, I'd say all of them noble, maybe. Lawrence the Baron tried to seduce Sister Matilda. She rebuked him several times. So one morning he attacked her in the meadow on her way to town. He dragged her into the woods. Sister Matilda is a strong woman, but her resistance was met with violence. When pilgrims to the shrine found her, she had been beaten so badly she could barely move. I'm assuming the Baron didn't suffer any consequences for this attack. No, I knew he wouldn't. I also knew that bringing the attack to the attention of Father Matthias would put him in an impossible position. The Baron would suffer no consequences, but the abbot would have refused his continued patronage. I concealed the assailant's identity from Father Abbot and had Sister Matilda taken to a hermitage near Mittenwald. Middle something. A small municipality known for its transalpine routes between Augsburg, Innsbruck, and Milan. Massive amounts of coin and trade pass through Mittenwald each year. Maybe it's like Middle Way or something. She stayed there under the care of sisters until she recovered and could return. You really don't think the abbot would have taken action against the Baron? How did Sister Matilda feel about seeing the Baron again at Curacao? She deserved better than to be shuffled away to a hermitage. No, she didn't. Well, she would deserve better, but, options. So how did she feel? Andreas, if you want me to tell you what I think Sister Matilda... if you want me to tell you that I think Sister Matilda killed the Baron, I won't. Seeing him was hard for her, of course. She defended her virtue from the Baron, but her injuries were severe. Her body recovered in time. Her mind, I don't know if it ever will. She still fights him in her dreams. She wakes in the night screaming, soaked in her own sweat. So it affected her, yes, it still affects her. I would imagine that, I don't know. That doesn't mean she wanted to kill the Baron. It certainly doesn't mean she actually did. I mean, I agree with the actually did part. Sister Matilda is a faithful servant and friend of Christ. I believe that truly, Andreas. She's respected and beloved by this community for good reason. I think Brother Vorslav knew the Baron attacked her. So it is this guy. He cautioned me against bringing her up with the Archdeacon. No, he didn't know. Perhaps it will come to light now that the Baron has been murdered, but she didn't tell him before. But the relationship is more than... I never realized this. I feel like I'm missing a lot, and I think it might have to do with me just not knowing how to play the game. I'll just say this because I don't know. Andreas. He didn't know. She's assured me she told no one else in all this time. No one. And if she chooses to tell anyone now, it hardly matters. Yeah, whatevs. Do not mention Sister Matilda to the Archdeacon. I do not believe she could have done this. Just because you believe it doesn't mean it's so, of course. That is for the Archdeacon to decide. I'm not going to mention her, but I'm just going to push her a little bit more because I need more information. Pray upon it if you need to. You will see the truth. God bless you, Andreas. Consider the what evidence. So, should I talk to her? Because I feel like if I bring him up... Well, she saw her and she didn't break down completely, at least. So I will talk to her. I know it sucks, but there's been a murder. God bless you, Master Mahler. Let me ask you some questions. Celia doesn't like talking to men unless it's necessary. I would think this is necessary. Yes, it's tragic, but what does it have to do with me? I know about the attack, about why you went to a hermitage. I see. So you think I killed the Baron? No. Yes? I'm not sure. Why don't you tell me how it happened? Baron Rothvogel had an appetite for young women. Neither his marital vows nor the vows of the women seemed to matter much to him. When I was on my way to town one day, he surprised me in the meadow and made his interest clear. I refused his advances. I thought that would be the end of it. This was not enough, because he did the same thing the next day. I refused him again. Why didn't you tell Mother Cecilia, Father Matthias? Well, because it's the fucking Baron. I thought if I was patient, the problem would leave with him. I never thought that the Baron was capable of doing what he did. On the third day, he attacked me on my way through the meadow. He dragged me into the forest where he could have his way with me. I managed to badly scratch his neck. It saved my virtue, but it enraged him. He beat me until he was exhausted, and he left me there in the woods. Yeah. Yes, and I thank God for it. Mother Cecilia had me removed from Cursa for my safety until I could recover. The wounds to my body have healed, but the attack has left a lasting injury in my mind. I have to say this sounds like a strong motive to kill the Baron. So, did you kill the Baron? No, I did not. If you don't believe me, do what you feel is necessary. It's hard to ignore your past with the Baron. I was angry, I was filled with hate, but it's been years. Mother Cecilia and Father Thomas helped me move past the anger to find love in this community. Father Thomas? Yes, Father Thomas is our confessor. We can talk to Mother Cecilia about our problems, but only a priest can hear our confessions. Thanks for your time. God bless you, Master Mauler. So everybody knew, basically. I guess. Matthias, he was a little loose, maybe relaxed leader. Let's see what the notes say. They've guided me before. So he's arrived. So, after talking to Mother Cecilia, unlikely... I had to search the library to find out... Let's go to the last page. I found the shovel. Oh, Sister Matilda uses in the garden. So she actually does use it as well. The shovel, I wouldn't consider the shovel being a blunt object in a sense where a blunt object usually is, but I did see... I saw the wound, and it definitely could have come from a shovel. There's also the notion of the notes, which definitely were... They were to lure the Baron into the chapter house. So I would love to see the wounds again. And I'll just go through all of the notes in the journal, because there's pictures here of the plant. There's the secret passage. She works in the garden, which would give her a scent. So that's one of the things that we also know, but it sort of doesn't give me anything. I'm just going to go through all this because I want to see that there is no pictures and there is none of the notes and none of the things that have been mentioned before. And I know they're probably not here, but I'm just going to make sure, like absolutely sure about everything. So we really don't know much at all. Because oh, you can do that? Shit, I didn't know. So yeah, it's a shame though, because we should have the notes, but I can't see them, so it's a problem. But the scent of a person wandering around here during the night, they thought it was the devil, and they had a scent to them. So I'm starting to run out of options here, but we're going to go and look into the book. we're going to go look into the book of of the, let me just, because we know this, and we know that people can be hiding behind there now, because these are chairs. There's blood here, so the person was attacked with a swing that way or that way. Probably. No one else has been bleeding, I don't think. So, just gonna have a little look around here, because that's a place to wash something. But still, like, a bloody shovel is, I don't know, it's just weird. Very strange. Hello? Yes? I'm such a bad actor. I think, I don't think I could be able to keep it secret from him, but the way I would handle it is tell him that I know, but it's fine, because I'm not going to tell anybody, because that's just going to relieve the tension and everything, and I won't get murdered. How did you sleep, Nestle? You look a little rough around the edges. I slept fine, actually. Do you really want to make something out of this? I slept fine, actually. Thank you. The library is restricted to the sisters of the abbey without the express permission of the abbot. I know that, do you, brother? Of course. God bless you, Andreas. Until later. Yeah, Andreas is a better actor than I am. So, Gernot is working with all kinds of smells too, I guess. Everybody is. These cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. I wonder what recipes the brother had for peas. And I'm so dumb. Just now I realized the turnip man. He's not here anymore, but that's why he was there. Now, I've never been to the animal pens. I should probably go and see if there's like a hammer here or something that could murder another person. Very beautiful animals. And also there's the secret passages underneath, like, it's the abattoir. Why is it locked? There's so much. Monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. I have a shovel now. Gerhardus de Onipos. Brother Gerhard has been dead quite some time. Why is the grave disturbed? Huh. Let's disturb it more. Can I dig? Like, because I don't have an inventory, I don't think. I'm just getting more and more confused every step of the way. And I feel like it's all obvious, but I just have everything in the wrong order. And apple trees. And like the missing pieces they're weird. And the pieces I have are even more weird. I'd like to look into like wherever Ferenc is sleeping. But Because Ferenc is one of those people who, because he dabbles in all kinds of stuff. So I would imagine he's the likely culprit for running around in the, he's the likely culprit for running around in, and dropping the notes. But that would mean that there's like a whole conspiracy to kill, the Baron, and then blaming Piero for it is just like, because he's old and whatever, and he's getting old. So people are like, well, that's the sacrifice we have to make. And then he dies. Problem solved. The Baron is dead, and also everybody else is safe in a sense. Ferenc, you fool. What's that? Another note. Someone was in a hurry to get rid of this parchment. No. Something. Smells recent. Probably wasn't burned more than an hour ago. Well, oh man. Because I don't know German. Oh, here it is. What is this? A Volval? I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracts. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. It looks like the lines between the holes form constellations. I think they do anyway. A quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. Given the number of letters and the size of the disc, there's enough space for a total of 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. Alright, so 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. This must relate to the Greek letters I found in Ferenc's book. I need to compare them. Right. So let's find something. That's an F. That's a P. That's like an H, I think. Oh, fuck. That's like a the sound, like TH, I think. BAK double O E. No, that might be an S. Ah, fuck, I don't. These symbols aren't the same. The elements don't appear in the cipher, and the astrological symbols aren't on the Volval. The Mysteria Astra, the book in the library, it said that each astrological sign corresponds to one of the 4 elements. Libra, Gemini are air, Scorpio is water, and so on. That's it. When the cipher indicates an astrological sign, I just need to correspond it to the appropriate element on the wheel symbol. I'm a little bit lost because I'm thinking, I'm reading, thinking about something else, and then trying to think about this at the same time. So, he has a book, and he writes secret ciphers on it. So I feel like there's a conspiracy going on where the women in the library, they know about it because that's where one of the pieces of information came from. And I think that they are working to kill the Baron. Now, the Baron had a knife. did he draw it before or after? And the Baron also, he had a note to come to the chapter at night, and he did, and he had a knife, and so I guess he was surprised, but there were a lot of people going there. So there's a conspiracy to kill the Baron, and a lot of people are in on it, and everybody who's gotten the note are in on it, and the notes all say, in a sense, they say that tonight's the night that we're going to fucking end him. 2 o'clock in the morning, wherever he is, or he's in the chapter. And then they go in there, and there's blood on the wall. Someone has the shovel, which I would imagine is the murder weapon, is the closest we've got. Someone smacks him over the head, or the back of the head, and he sort of just takes it, because there's too many. He can't really stab everyone, I guess. He might have cut someone, but someone hit him, or then maybe they were just confronting him and things escalated. But let's see now. So fire. If I turn this around, I'll just first learn the controls. Okay, so let's put fire up here. And then we are going to look for because these are not letters of any kind, but then this is Omega, and it corresponds with an S in the Latin alphabet. So let's try it out. And I don't know. Oh, right, now I got it. So the next one is this one, and it is Earth. And we're looking for what I think is a B of some sorts. No, I don't know. This one. It is an I. Then we are looking for fire again, and beta. There. Oh, it shows us? Oh, fuck. Don't show me shit, bro. Come on, man. I'll ignore it and I'll actually do the work. Ah, sucks. SIGs. Then we need the arrow, which is fire again. R. It's not making much sense right now. Maybe I got something wrong, so we'll keep going. Finish things. Air. And Omega. And then whatever that is, it's where is it? Earth. And I think that's an N, but I don't know. I can't remember now. It's an A. And then, shit, we could, I was just thinking, because the name is here, but I was thinking we could just blame the Ethiopian dude. Just get him killed, because he's an outsider. So it's like, well, we invited him to our home. That would be pretty brutal. Earth. Whatever that is. And then that was in water. And a U or a V. That's not it. Yeah, definitely that's not it. So can we... So we are looking for air. How did I get this wrong? Air and Omega. Oh, H. Then Earth and Earth, and that letter I is right. Fire. And let me just make sure. Fire and B, it's G. Then it's air, and it's S. Then it's the arrow, which is fire, I think. Yeah, fire and Y. It's an R. Higgs shard. Drosh. Oh, I'm really bad with jumbled letters. Like I'm epically bad at that. And I've tried. Like I've really tried, but I just suck. Air. Omega. H. Then Earth. And the N letter is the bottom one. Then Earth again. It's R. And then water. And this one. I don't think so. So I didn't get it, actually. Something... I really don't know what else, how else to decipher this, but I'm gonna. Because this is the most logical thing. The arrow's on the top, everything's pointing towards that. So... Because if I just... If there's many words here, that would be weird, but let's try that then. So we're going to pick S. Just do it quick now. No need to keep working again and again. Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense. I'll flip it again, and I'll just do the same thing. It's a little cumbersome, but I want to... I'm pretty sure I made one obvious mistake, and then everything is like as it should be. But this is making less and less sense every time I try it out, so... I'm doing this because it's pretty fast, and I've already proven on 3 occasions out of 4 that it doesn't work. So we're going to do it again, one more time. Right. So, I made a mistake somewhere. First one is air. This one and this one correspond, and the triangle corresponds. Then there is omega. It is H. So I made a mistake before, so probably made one before. This one, it's Earth. This corresponds, and that one is pointed by the finger. The next one is, looks like ovaries. It is fire. It corresponds to that. Beta. The next one is... oh shit, I think these look the same, and I just missed it. Let me see. So it's water? No, yeah. I think that was the mistake. Jesus Christ. Okay, water and X, so it's E, and then... Hope I don't have to go into the library again, because I can't. Next one, arrow is fire, and there it is. Then next one is air, corresponds to that, omega. Next one is earth, it corresponds, no, next one is that, Jesus Christ. I'm getting really tired, but that's no excuse to suck this bad. I usually suck at really simple things. So it's this one. Or no, it's Earth. Yeah. Anyway, it's Earth. Both of them are Earth. Maybe I just missed the one. So Earth and then N. Let me just make sure that I'm doing right. Then it's Earth again. I think that's why I messed up, and I have no idea why I messed up. Or if I even did. Last one, water. I messed up one of them, which was this one. This is gonna suck for people watching. Water corresponds. The letter is there. Gerhard. Gerhardt? Hi, Gerhardt. As in the late brother Gerhardt? It can't be a coincidence. So we're going to go grave robin. Hi, Gerhardt. Brother Gerhardt died sometime last year. How does this connect to him? Maybe he's not dead. He murdered, because he's like, if you live in a monastery and you, if you want to fake a death in a monastery as a conspiracy, that's going to work really well, because nobody's going to really come in there, wander around. But I think someone hid something in the grave. An anagram using Gerhardt's name. Did he use his name for an abbreviation? Why his name? Is it an anagram using Gerhardt's name? So there was text on the grave too. So we're going to go look at that. Why his name? Because Heigerd. Dutch. Not Flemish or French. Let me think. Is it an anagram using Gerhardt's name? Harried hardier. Where does the G go? I mean, if this is an anagram, then what the fuck? I'm sure ADOC would know. There are 17,560 different combinations to try. Yeah. No brute forcing. Let me think. Did he use his name for an abbreviation? There's a lot of letters for an abbreviation. A cipher inside of a cipher, perhaps. If it is, I'm not equipped with a key to solve it, so I must proceed with other options. The grave robbing. Wait, maybe it's an abbreviation and a name. Gerhardt is the name. What is HI? It could be, because there's a lot of languages being thrown around, so it could be a lot. How do you know to know? No. Oh my god, it's so much simpler. Hic iaset. Yes. Here lies Gerhardt. Gerhardt's grave. I wonder if it has something to do with the Baron's murder. I should ask the abbot for permission to exhume the grave as soon as possible. I mean, I have a shovel. And now I think I need to run. Can I... Andreas, may I help you with anything? I found a strange note in your fireplace. It was written in an unusually fine hand. I mean, if it's a conspiracy, they're going to fucking murder me next. They're going to say that I left for Nuremberg and bury me under Hildegard or whatever. I found others around Tassing with the same hand that seems to have appeared out of nowhere. So, I think I said it before, but it is a call to arms, I would imagine. The note, I mean. What were you doing in my home, you fuck? I called out your name and thought I heard a scream inside. Are we jumpy today? Is there some reason you don't want me near home? This is just lying. I feared you were being gruesomely murdered, so I let myself in. Well, next time don't. Like, he was standing right here when I went in there, so... It's a great, awesome lie, Andreas. You'd rather I let you be killed in cold blood? Let Prior Ferg be killed. Alright, I'll try to remember that. acting like a child. Any person of manners knows better than to go snooping around others' things. I have nothing to hide. And why burn the note? What was left was difficult to read, but I could make out the red bird, Matins. It was a strange little thing I found on my desk after waking up from Matins. It meant nothing to me, so I put it in the fire. Do you know who might have put it there? Surely it's just a loose scrap, but the hand was handsome, you're correct. Unlike anything penned by the brothers in the scriptorium, to be certain. How unsettling. Do you remember what the note said? No, only that I found the contents nonsensical and disturbing. The remaining legible part read, "The red bird." You don't know what that could be? A scrap from some bestiary? I couldn't say. My eyes watch the heavens, not the trees. Although, we do not see many red birds at this altitude. The common robin, perhaps, or a swallow. But that doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it was nonsense. Why did you find it disturbing if it was simply nonsense? I know German isn't your mother tongue, but I don't believe for a moment you don't know that red bird is Rothvogel. So how much do we want to push him? How much do we want them to know that we're on to them? I don't think I need him. But let me try. Enough. It was trash, nothing more, and I have naught else to say about it. One more thing. Who has access to your home? Everyone at this abbey, but what does that matter to you? It was just a scrap of paper. I'm not sure yet. Just have a strange feeling about it. I found a similar note in the Baron's effects while Brother Florian was performing his initial examination. I mean, because I'm telling the murderers what I know, and they're going to tell each other. I'm not sure yet. Just have a feeling. Do the Columbo. Act dumb. Perhaps you should pray the Lord settles your spirit so I might have some quiet. But don't you find the coincidence strange? No. The operator scriptorium, Master Mailer and house perhaps the largest library in Bavaria. We are awash in parchment scraps. They multiply like silverfish between the pages of our books. Are you satisfied? I suppose that'll have to do. Thanks, buddy. Excellent. I will leave you in peace. Be well, Ferenc. Be well, Master Mahler. Okay, so clearly, there's something there. And I think it was a call to arms from everybody. But I'll leave this episode here. It's already pretty long, so next time, I hope we still have time to just figure everything out, because I've been fucking about making a joke out of this whole investigation for 90% of the time. So maybe we'll figure this out. Until next time.